ready for the grimiest and grittiest of all podcasts, pro wrestling, music, and entertainment, is the Ewokk and JB Show.
Hey, what is crack-a-lackin'? It's your show to be at, you know what I'm saying? I got the new backdrop kicking, you know what I'm saying? Signed the Hexog Zone 1 type shit. Welcome to the Ewokk and JB Show, you know what I'm saying? We right off of WrestleMania weekend, everybody having fun, everybody, you know, doing a thug dizzle, watching wrestling and doing stupid shit. Today, we got the legendary guest, manager extraordinaire. He get in the ring, he be dabbling, he be punching people in the face sometimes. Man, we got C-Red. We got C-Red in the building. What's up, C-Red? How you feeling?
Oh, man, you give me that intro. I had to look around and see who else the hell was in the damn house.
Well, you, man.
I'm just saying. I needed to know. Like, hold on. I thought I was the only guest tonight. Check. What's up, JB? What's up, Ewokk?
Oh, nothing much, Fred, man. Thank you for being on our show. We've been wanting you as a guest since we started this, so thank you for joining with us on this.
Yeah, I see y'all really wanted me. Y'all had how many people before me?
Yeah, but your waiting list is such a long time, man. You have all that fucking nightclub thing going on. You know, like, oh, you want to talk to Red? Yeah, you gotta wait that shit out. Or Jackson Larkin being your doorman, you know what I'm saying? Like,
clearly you got the wrong people answering the door. Told you earlier, I'm the most boringest person you want to know.
You ain't that boring, man. You say some funny ass shit, man.
Far from it, man.
You're old, dude. I'm just old.
I'm old too. 33 years old, man. I'm old. I'm feeling it in my hips, man. I've been goaltending since I was 12, man. I'm old, bro.
Yeah. You hear this?
I'm 37, man. I'm not. Come on,
what?
Dude.
I'm old, bro.
Damn.
I probably look 40, but still, I mean, come on, man.
All right, well, I ain't gonna tell y'all my age. Shit, I'm getting ready to hit. Never mind. Anyway, what's going on? What we talking about? What we talking about?
First of all, how was your WrestleMania? How did you enjoy it? Did you even watch it?
First of all, did you ask that last question, really?
Yeah, I don't care.
Everybody watch. Dude, you cannot be in this business and not watch Mania. I think, like, we signed our souls to the devil or something. We signed it to Vince. You know, I will watch Mania regardless. I mean, I watched it. Actually, Raw is on right now. So me and JB were talking before you popped on. It was okay for me. See, I'm not a fan of this whole 2-night thing. I'm not. Never have been. I mean, you know, I'm strictly give me my Saturday Night Hall of Fame, you know, and lead into the biggest show of the year. I think here's my thing. If you put on a quality show, and I mean a quality show, it only has to be one night. You know, I think the issue is you trying to pack so much into the theme of the show of Mania. And, you know, let's be honest, everybody, you know, back in the day, everybody didn't make it on Mania. That's just the fact. Everybody didn't make it on. You know, you had to, you know, bust your ass to get a spot in Mania. That's what you wanted, that Mania check, you know, just like, you know, NFL teams play because they want to make it, because they want that playoff check, they want that conference check, and then they want that Super Bowl check.
Yes, sir.
You know, so you want that Mania money, you know. So I mean, I just think you just trying, you know, too much. And I mean, again, I will forever tip my hats off to Bianca and Sasha. One of the greatest women's matches I've seen in quite some time. Especially that whip. Oh, damn.
Dude, that was brutal.
With that one. Yeah, I was like, yes.
That shit was brutal, man.
Shit,
dude, I was like, ooh.
Shit, I was on a date, and I had to tell the bartender, I was like, "Yo, you got Peacock up in here, man? We watch WrestleMania while I'm on a date." Yeah,
Head
that's
of
how
the
we do it.
game.
Hey, but she got to know what she dating.
Okay. All right.
She got to
Well,
be in. She got to know what she dating, man.
all right. Hey, I mean, so um, and we talked about I give much mad respect to Bad Bunny. Um, this dude took our craft seriously. You know, he put in the work. Clearly, he was given props by Orton. So this dude took it seriously, and I mean, of course, as JB stated earlier, you've got to give props to Miz and Morrison. Um, they
Absolutely.
they sold, and they made him look great. But you can clearly see this dude put in the work. So um, I was happy about that. I wasn't happy about the whole Rhea Ripley Oscar thing. No story really behind it. No build up. Just they build up. Rhea Ripley is coming to Monday Night Raw. Like, you had to be a dummy not to realize why she was coming. And then of course the night she debuts, she challenges, and it's like, this is it. This is the build up we're getting for Mania. Okay, all right. Um, the other one that I wasn't happy about, but I can live with, is the Almost and AJ tag champs. Like, I just think, this dude, he worked perfect as a big man, but my thing was I wanted to see him before. So even if I saw him the week before in a one-on-one match, I'd have probably been a little bit more interested. And that's just me. Uh, you know, um, I didn't like the whole Nigerian drum match thing, because somebody explained to me, when did a cymbal become a drum? Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
When did the gong? When did the
a
gong
gong. That's
bell?
what I mean, a gong.
Gong.
and
Like,
it's
Yeah, they don't have that's not Nigerian. You
so
know.
so
and
so
it's not a drum either.
No.
there is a such thing as a Nigerian gong, but that it don't look like that. It look like two bells. That's a Nigerian gong. I
Yeah.
tweeted that to WWE, and I think they deleted me or blocked me.
That gong they
Wow.
had was like from like what you buy from a Chinese shop in Chinatown in Chicago.
Yeah,
You
no.
know.
I was like, I turned that shit off. Like, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna watch it.
I didn't watch it, dude. And then here's the funny part. So all these guys, if you haven't paid attention, all these guys that were on Raw After Dark are now starting to come out and make their debut. But it's like,
Mhm.
dude, I just saw them 6 months ago. Like, I mean, I get it. You want them to go away, and we kind of, but I still remember them. So, you know, so that's my thing. The main event last night, uh, a bunch of people hated it. I loved it. Why not? Roman is still the head of the table. He's still the tribal chief. Um, I think, the kid in me, all of us wants to see Roman versus Rock. You know, whether it ever happens or not, it is. But because we all know who the real head of the table is. We all know who's feeding the family. It damn sure ain't Roman. With them checks from Vince, when Rock can get, he make all of that in what, 15 minutes doing the movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
true.
know, um, and
Or
then
those
the show is
NBC paychecks for that TV
right.
show.
I was getting ready to say, like, the TV show is blowing up. So, like, come on now. You ain't the head of the table. But
Mhm.
we'll let you have that for right now. But I just like the story. And that's the thing. I love stories. I want to be invested. I said this on my show either last week or the week before. when we watch wrestling, we watch it for escape. And that's why fans come to our shows. You know, they spend their hard-earned money, and you want them to forget about, guess what? The bills are due. You want them to forget issues at work, issues at home. You're trying to just take their mind for 2.5, 3 hours, hopefully no more than that, of what's going on in real life and entertain them. But you want them to be invested. Dude, I hate nothing. John, you're a promoter. Ewokk, you're a worker. There's nothing worse when a promoter says, Ewokk, go wrestle Tiny Tim. And you're like, why? Oh, because I want to see it.
Yeah, I
Like,
knows
it's
those.
nothing there. Like, you two have never crossed paths. But now all of a sudden, and there's no, it's not going to be an ongoing story. It's just one and done. And how many shows have you seen where every month the card changes? And not meaning the card changes, but every match is always different. There's never a story behind it. It's just, oh, this guy and this guy, and then this guy and this guy. Or you wait to see who shows up at the building.
Yeah.
Oh, who showed up on time? Okay, well, you can work. No.
So a new thing I started doing, I'm making a habit of every show that I'm booked on, I just cut a promo. It don't got to be for the promotion. It just got to be just for me, just putting it out. Last time I was in Tennessee, I made a promo for Tennessee. Now, that's an ongoing thing now because I made a promo with this kid and like he's gonna shoot a promo back at me. Like certain things are gonna happen, So it just kind of like you kind of just made that, like I made that opportunity for a storyline for something for people to be invested in Tennessee. So like I don't know, this kid. I think people should just like take the ball in their court and just fucking shoot that shit. I think people should just like make their promos and just try to make things happen instead of just waiting for the promoter to make things happen for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but sometimes you don't find it out to the day of the show, so it's too late.
Fair.
So you can't, again, like what you just said, that's initiative. You took it upon yourself, so it works. But if a promoter doesn't tell you till 2 weeks beforehand, oh, you're working Tiny Tim. Huh? Okay. And Tiny Tim don't know nothing about cutting the damn promo, and it's like it's just it's aggravating. So anyway, I've always been a big story-driven person because that's what you remember me. Leading up to moments, you remember the stories behind those moments. Dusty Rhodes having his eye gouged out by a hawk and animal was a moment, but you remember the story before and after it. Iceman King Parsons having a fireball thrown into his eyes by Skandar Akbar.
Yeah.
You remember the moment, but you remember the story with it. And that's just how I've always been when it's come to wrestling. It's I don't know if you guys watch Dark Side of the Ring.
I watch that shit. I love that shit. That's my favorite show.
I love it. So when they talked about Gino, and I was so invested because one, I loved Gino, but more than Gino, I loved Chris Adams. I was a huge Chris Adams mark because I don't know. I guess that's where I love the super kick. I guess. But it was the whole him and Gino and the hair versus hair match,
Yeah.
and it was like, or him with Gino, and it was like, then the whole Gino blinds Chris and all this other stuff. And that was storytelling. And the crazy part was, again, I only got to see it once a year. So can you understand what it's like to be a 7, 8-year-old kid and you watch wrestling in 2 weekends and you can't see it for another year? So now I want to go. So I got to wait a whole summer to get back. And then it's like, I'm back. Hold on. He got his eyes back. How did that happen? And of course, I'm a year late. So, all right. But it was just the stories that kept me interested. You know, it was something about a big black guy with paint on his face and paint on his chest and not speaking and go, "Ah, bah, 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 bah." You know, what's the story behind this guy? Who is the Ugandan giant? I want to know who Kamala is. That's what made me invest in wrestling. You know, I hate, we get so many people now and they get opportunities, but you see them for a little while, they gone.
Yep.
See the highlights real quick on YouTube and shit real quick. And then it is this.
And then then they back on the indies.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't knock it. If you make it up there, you make it to one of these big companies. But again, I just like to be socially invested. You know, again, I want to forget my dog died, my wife left me, my cat's sick, my kids I want to forget all that. I just want to be invested. So some of the stories that WWE tells, I can get behind. You know, I was behind the Hurt Business, and then they killed it. Like, you suck. And then to find out it was Vince that is the one that killed it. It's like, Vince, you suck. So Vince, I know you'll never hire me. So if you ever hear this, you suck. I'm just saying. And if you do hear it, you suck. You know, again, you've got a money-making machine. You know, do you grasp the concept? If he had brought in Sasha, if he had brought in what's his face's wife? The glow chick.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't even think of her name. But if you expanded the stable instead of just getting rid of it. And I'm not big on stables right now because AEW is stabling me to death. You know. So
it's like gangs and shit.
That's what it feels like Windy City back in the day. That's what it feels like. If you wasn't part of a clique, you was done. You were done. And that was, and I can honestly say I think I kind of kicked that ball off rolling. So I'm sorry.
It is what it is. You a pioneer, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, no. So here's a story. So it was already, my crew was me, my ex Diamond, Marche, and my boy Cassius XL. Willie wanted to be part of our group, but Willie couldn't be part of our group because Willie wanted to keep his crew. So I went to Sam and I said, "Hey, what do you think about if Team Dammit joined The Cure?" And he was like, "Okay, do what you want." Okay, no problem. So the next show, so The Cure has 4 people in it. Team Dammit had 4 people in it. So now we're called The Cure, Dammit, and now it's 8 of us. And in this battle royal, you just see 8 of us just going for it. Like, we killing everybody. So then you get these other 2 factions. Next show, they join up. And now it's 8 to 10 of them. And then these other, it's like, dude, we drew a line in the sand, and Sam was pissed. He was like, I thought you just wanted Willie. No, we want the whole damn crew. Like, we want everybody. So, I mean, it's funny because, again, everybody started ganging up. So if you didn't have 5 or more people in your group, you was done. Everybody else is just running ruckshot. We was just killing you. But I mean, it was fun while it lasted. So
in both your guys' opinions, I've asked this. Do you guys feel like the Hall of Fame was really off this year for not having like a real crowd there?
Well, the Hall of Fame has always been off, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I always like the first I think the first real Hall of Fame they've ever done was great because it was a room full of wrestlers. There was no fans. It was just the boys appreciating the boys. And then they started like including all the fans. The fans started hijacking some people's speeches and stuff, but I feel like this Hall of Fame should have been done with like the wrestlers like in the room at least, or it's just to me make it more there's some feeling to it. I don't know. I feel like the Hall of Fame speeches this year was really, I don't know. It felt weird. It just really did. The whole pipe in crowd noise.
How can you be real when you're looking at nobody?
Exactly.
I mean, you're giving a speech, and yeah, it's people on monitors, but how can you really say how you feel when you don't have your, like, I don't mind the fans being there because I think that's some of the best moments when they do hijack, but I guess my other thing is, so here's my thing. Why are we still doing a Hall of Fame and there's no actual building?
Yeah, true.
So that's my issue. You would think with Vince and all his money, because again, the rumor was that they got rid of the old headquarters. Why not just convert that into the Hall of Fame
or WWE museum or something?
I mean, dude, but do you realize if you get everybody that's ever worked for you, because he's got a ton of stuff in the warehouse, like, dude, you've got every coffin taker ever used. So why not display them? Why just wait for Mania weekend to bring out, you pick and choose what you want, I just think it would be, cool that there's an actual building. Baseball has an actual building.
100%.
Football has an actual building. Why can't we have an actual building? And again, I'm not gonna say it's a guaranteed billion-dollar blockbuster business, but it's people like us that would be able to say we can go pay homage and see the people that came before us. And even maybe one day say, damn, maybe, maybe my picture can hang up here, or maybe my boots can sit here. Maybe I can put my singlet in here one day. Give you something to shoot for. But if all you shooting for is a ring, like, really? I could buy that off Wish.
Shout out to Wish, by the way.
Anyway. Shout out Wish.
It depends on what you buy. It depends. Depends.
I want to buy this jacket, and the jacket's like a 4XL, but yet it fits like a little person. It's like this.
Dude, I bought a jacket and I bought a 2X, and luckily it fit. It's really like a 1X, and because I lost weight, so I can fit it. But it's like, dude, if I hadn't lost weight, I'd have Incredible Hulk that thing.
Should have ripped it out the seams and shit.
Right. And it's like, okay, so now I know, okay, anything I buy from Wish, buy 5X. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of hard to watch the Hall of Fame again. You love the people that got inducted. Like, a lot of people didn't understand, like, the great Khali, why he got inducted. but they don't understand what he did for India. What he did for a whole different country. We only look at ourselves or where we're at. And yeah, okay, he wasn't the greatest worker in the world, but guess what? He put India out there. He would, and then he's got his own company in India where he's able to give guys work and inspire guys that want to be wrestlers. Like, come on now, like, hello,
some of those Indian wrestling talents pretty good.
right? Yeah. But people don't see that. They only see the Khali and think of the silly stuff he did, and don't think, hey, this guy, he did what he could. He was better than Giant Gonzalez. Let's just put that. Yeah. So
I mean, when he debuted and he defeated the Undertaker in like 2 minutes, I mean, it's just people kind of forget that right now, next to I think United States, WWE's biggest viewership is in India. They have more viewers in that country than they almost do in the United States, and that's a lot of people. That's a big ass country full of people. So you think about that, man. Like, there's a big reason why Khali got that Hall of Fame spot. I agree with Red on that. He opened the door for all these new wrestlers that are very promising. But on top of that, all those millions of people now are invested in their product. Like any promoter, and I'm speaking on my own behalf, any promoter would kill to have one guy on his roster and say, hey, my entire country is now watching your product because of me. And you can look at the viewership and go, well, damn, that's a 9.7 rating or something. Or, we had 5 million people watch our show last night. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of views, man. People talk about YouTube being a lot of views. Television and those Nelson ratings, that's a big deal. Still is.
They right, and that's the thing. Think about it in this aspect of just this week. Wrestling as we know it has now changed because now there is no more Wednesday night wars. Monday night is Raw. Tuesday night is NXT. Wednesday is AEW. I forget who's on Thursday. Somebody's on Thursday.
Impact.
Impact is on Thursday. SmackDown is on Friday. Oh my God. What a wonderful time to be a wrestling fan. You can watch everything now uninterrupted. Don't have to DVR nothing unless you got a date at a restaurant,
Still watching wrestling. Still watching wrestling.
I know, see. But it's a good time, but people don't understand it. If you fall or you don't get those eyes on you in those ratings, those shows will get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Raw has not been canceled. Why? Because I don't care how much garbage it is, people still tune in. The ratings will drop, but they don't drop to the point where, USA is like, we're canceling your contract. Now, yeah, we all know the NWO almost did that. And I thought Vince was done then. But if he survived that, then, he kind of showed, I can survive and then buy the competition. So, that's what kind of money I got, So, Vince, if you listening, give some to the Pope people.
Hey, speaking of surviving and all this COVID shit come going on, what do you think when everything comes back fully, like we got mad fans in the stands and the venues and whatnot, what do you think local Chicago pro wrestling is going to look like? Are we going to see new people? Are we going to see people that we've never seen before, or the people that we're used to? Are we going to see them more elevated, more athletic, better shape? Like how do you you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
All right. So here's the take. Let's deal with the fans first, because that's easier. Because I'm sure I'm gonna get in trouble when I start talking about the workers.
Hey, shit, fuck it.
Yeah,
So
fuck 'em.
when it comes to the fans, I think we'll probably get a mix of both. We'll probably get some new eyes, which is always good. We're gonna get our faithful because they've been biting at the bit per se. You know, they want wrestling because again, every now and then there are a few shows and there are companies. You know, think about it. John already has sold out season chapter 2 or whatever, season 2 or whatever we calling it. Damn, it's sold out already. Damn. And the next one for October is selling already like hotcakes. Like,
We're 52 tickets sold already in August.
see, we in August and folks is buying tickets. Folks want to get out. Folks want to come to the shows. So that's a great thing. So I think we're going to get an influx, no matter what company, of new eyes and old, just because people want to get out and they want to see something different, you know. So I think that is the time for us as workers. We need to be on our A game because we need to. It's easy to keep the reoccurring fans coming back because they want to come back. They're the faithfuls. They're gonna come back. It's those new fans, you know, that guy that's never been to a wrestling show before. And he said, yeah, okay, my boy is wrestling on this show. So I want to see him. You know, he said he wrestles. I want to see him. Okay, yeah, he's coming to see him. That's one match. There's probably 7 other matches on the card. You want him to come back the next time, not to see his boy, because he wants to see what's going to happen next with Ewokk when he clashes with whoever. Because Ewokk is from the street, and I like that dude. So I want to see him wrestle next time. So, I mean, everybody's got to just be on their A game. As far as the workers go, I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be 2 types of workers. Those that took this seriously and those that didn't. And when I mean seriously, those that just got out of complete shape and they can't even, you know, they're going to do the first spot and be blown up. And then there's going to be people like you, never left the gym. You know,
I even got skinnier. Shit.
But that's what I'm saying. But I don't think you got skinnier because you weren't eating. You got skinnier because you got hungrier, in the sense of, okay, let me train. Let me do what I need to do. You know, let me get better. You know, never am I blowing smoke up your ass because I don't like your ass.
It's all good.
It was a joke. Laugh, John, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay. So, but you are one of the cats that I respect, because even before this COVID thing, you were always putting videos out of you training. And I can respect that because I see you training. Cats like Just Amazing. Cats like my boy Miles Mercer. People are training. So I can respect that the fact is that they know at some point life is going to move forward, whether it opens fully back up, 3/4 of a way back up, halfway back up, whatever. But the thing is, you don't want that first opportunity and you go out there and you suck. You know, you don't want to get blown up off a headlock.
Go for a
Don't
shoulder
laugh.
tackle. Go for a
Don't-
shoulder tackle, and it's all fucked.
Right. You know, so now different people work different ways. And I respect that. But so I was watching something earlier, And oh, so it was MVP years ago when he was over in England. And the guy asked him, the interview asked him about making it. And so he broke it down. I couldn't say it better. He said, it's what you want out of this business. There are guys, and I'm fine with it, that want to do this just on the weekend. You know, wear the suit and tie Monday through Friday, you know, and put on the tights and trunks and boots on Saturday. And that's fine. I can respect them. The ones I can't respect are those that they say they want that pinnacle, but they don't, it's about, this business is about sacrifice. It's about commitment and sacrifice. And, you know, thanks to me being older now, a little bit wiser, you don't have to sacrifice as much if you're in the right position. But these young guys that's coming in, you know, I hate this generation's idea of just give me. I don't want to work for anything. I just want you to give me a title, give me a main event slot, give me a former WWE or AEW or Impact superstar. Give me. I hate that. I hate that with passion. You know, and I'm old school. I believe in paying dues. I believe there's a different way, maybe now, of paying dues. But I also believe that you can't, unless you're training, you have to go back like Bad Bunny, 5 hours a day for weeks to get ready for a match. Unless you're doing that, I can't respect you. You know, because most of these guys, it's hard enough to get them to go to practice. You know.
I have a
And
question for you, Red, when you're done with what you're about to say.
okay.
But I have one for you when you're done.
I just think, you know, again, you've got to take this business seriously. But the first question you have to ask yourself is, what do you want? When I started, I knew I didn't want to go to WWE. And again, I started at the age of 30. So I already knew. I already had an established career. I had an established family. So I didn't want to travel. You know, my kids were young at the time. So I didn't want to be away from my girls like that, you know. So, you know, you've got to make sacrifices and commitment to this business if that's what you want, you know. So, John?
What do you think is missing with today's talent? Like, do you feel like, I mean, you know, you watch these kids, like I watch this, you know, WrestleMania weekend, all those independent wrestling shows, and you see guys go out there and they do the stupid stunt shit. You know, they're going to fall off a roof of a house or go through 30 flaming tables and everything else.
Oh, Ewokk was on the show?
No, I wasn't on that fucking show, man. I don't do that stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
I'm old, bro. I'm an old man with bad hips.
Here's the thing, John. One is personality. Second is charisma.
Yeah.
3, can you sell yourself? And that goes with charisma, personality. Everybody is a gimmick, dude. And that's sad. You know, when I was talking to somebody. This business is so cookie cutter. because everybody believes you got the abs, you jacked up, you got the black trunks, the black boots. I'm a superstar, but you have no personality. You have no charisma. You have no character. I think that's one of the things that has lost its art form, its character. You do you want to constantly see every John, you're a promoter. Oh my God. So you should understand this. Do you want the first 4 matches of your show? Everybody looks the same.
No.
Everybody talks the same.
Mm-mm.
Everybody moveset is the same. Oh my God. How dreadful would that be?
Horrible.
But
You know,
guys, you know,
you see it all the time. You see it all the time in these indie shows. I've seen one show, first 5 matches had a suicide dive. Almost every match had a suicide dive. Every match had the same lockup. Like there's nobody didn't go out there and just punch a guy right in the face. That's how they start the match. Just start brawling. Nope, they're locked up.
But see that's also on the promoter. I told you this, you know, when you first when we talked a while ago. One of my biggest things, and one of the people I will always respect, is Mike Quackenbush. And when we first got there, again, our first time was in the ECW arena. So for me, it was the Holy Grail. Oh, I had made it. You know, I'm wrestling at the arena. You know, and probably we got there maybe around 1:30. Meeting was at 3:30. At 3:30, there's this meeting. And oh my God, he motivated us to, oh my God, if he would have handed out 9mm and said, now go run in the streets of Philly and start shooting folks, I would have did it. I'm just being honest. Dude, he had me. I was like, yes, let's go. But no, seriously. But also there were rules. And working with Mike has shown me how you build a show. And again, you can't have the main event, which is, not the main event, the opening match, which should always be your attention grabbing match, right? Should be the first match on the card that grabs the folks' attention, that makes them say, this is why I paid to see this show. But at the same time, they shouldn't do every damn thing that's going to be in the main event. Because how many times, Ewokk, you've done shows, how many times have you seen it where a super kick is used in almost every damn match? It's never the finish no more. Remember, it used to be. But it's never a finish.
Everybody's doing that shit, man. Fat guy, skinny guy, midget guy.
Right. The music guy get up. Shut up, pow. But, so people forget how to build a show. Yeah. And again, I don't know if either of you guys are into orchestra music.
Oh, big time.
Or symphony. But if you've ever listened to a beautiful symphony, it doesn't come in with everything and all instruments in the beginning. It starts off nice and gentle, and it works its way up. It works up, it works up, then it drops back down. And then up, 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 then you get the big climax, right? Let's be honest. It's like sex.
Yes.
A wrestling show is like sex. If you blow your load, and we've all said this or heard it said in the locker room, if you blow your first load in the opening match, what's she staying for?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you with a woman and in the first 2 minutes, bam, you done. One,
She's
she
done.
mad, and two, she gone.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's just clout chasing. Like when it comes to like these cameramen posting stuff on Twitter. I think everybody's just like move clout chasing, trying to get their moves over getting their promotion or their opponent over. And it's stupid as hell, to be honest with you, because I look at a move, I was like, yo, that's a dope move. Let me check out the match. And the match is just trash. It's not formatted like a match should be formatted. It's just like I just feel like everybody's just chasing to go viral so they could get somewhere.
Too many guys are wanting to get the viral highlight of the week or the month and not worried about creating moments. Wrestling is all about moments.
But didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, here's the thing. Every show, to me personally, should have something for everybody. For everybody. So there should be some entertainment as far as there should be a, and a lot of people hate comedy wrestling. I personally love it. Because I want to see something sometimes to make me laugh. There should be moments when I'm angry. I want to see two people beat the hell out of each other. And then sometimes, well, guess what? I want to see an athletic, combative competition. Two top athletes doing their thing, right? But if you don't place it right, it can backfire. I was a fan of IWA Mid-South before getting into the business. And why did I keep spending my money with Ian Rodney? Because guess what? Every match wasn't some hardcore beat the shit out of you match. Again, if I got to see Eddie Kingston versus AJ Styles, oh hell, it was beautiful. I got to see wrestling and fighting. I got a mixture of different things in his shows. They all weren't cookie cutter. And again, a lot of companies figure this is the hot format we're going with right now. So we're going to run with that. And that's one of the reasons why, and again, I'm not blowing smoke up his ass, but I love John. Because John doesn't conform to what's trending today. And if you folks can't see me, I'm giving the air fingers, trending. Because I hate that. Because you know what? I told somebody the other day that you know how kids will go out, went to the mall, and it was a blue jean suit. Nice. I mean, I wouldn't wear it. It's not a suit, it's a denim two-piece. But the denim two-piece cost almost $300, right?
Yeah.
A t-shirt that was bedazzled, it looked like, was $120. Oh my God. And I said, you know what? That's the problem. Because it's a trend. So it's hot right now. Next year, you can't wear that.
You'll be made fun of.
Right, you'll be made fun of. But guess what? I can go upstairs right now, grab a suit that I've had for 4 or 5 years, put a shirt and tie on, and I'm good to go. Why? Dress never goes out of style. If you know how to dress, it never goes out of style. So that's my parents were, what's the word I want to use? Cheap. But I realized that my father taught me that guess what? things that are trending, things that are hot right now, when they go out of style, then what? What are you gonna do then? You know, and it's the same thing in wrestling. You know, so yeah, diving off a balcony on the 10 flaming tables, yeah, that's hot right now. But one, you gotta think about it. How long can that last? You know, and how long are you gonna last doing that shit?
Yeah. Prime example, IWGP World Champion now, Will Ospreay. He changed his whole game after he started getting injury after injury after
Yeah,
injury
he's
after
not doing
concussion.
all that flippy shit no more. Yeah.
Like he makes it matter now. Like when he does do the flip stuff, it matters into the match. But he changed his whole style because of that. Because he wanted the long time.
But you have to, because here's the thing, dude. So again, I already asked the question, so you guys say you watch. So you guys watched the New Jack episode, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. So can you imagine being on a scaffold, being thrown off, and you're supposed to go through the tables, and you wind up going to the outside? I mean, that kind of makes you say, shit, how long can I keep doing this?
Yeah.
You know, I can honestly say I've been thrown through one table, which was Marche. Kiss my ass, Marche. But the best part about it was I wouldn't trust anybody else. I'm not going to say that, but knowing that I trust Marche makes a difference. I wouldn't let a promoter say, hey, I want Tiny Tim to, no, fuck, no, hell no, I beat his ass. Don't laugh, John, because I've had some promoters ask me some strange shit over the years. And I'm the guy that I don't have a problem. I've never had a problem with putting anybody over. If it makes sense, it has to make sense.
All I can say is this, Fred, Danger.
Oh, I just want to beat the shit out of Danger. You know that. Please bring Danger in just one night. One night, I want to beat the shit out of Danger. I want to end it for good. And here's why I want to beat Danger. As a person, I like him. He's a nice guy. But he don't fucking listen in the ring.
No.
And I hate people. Ewokk is laughing. You don't get it, dude. You don't get it.
Because I've been in a ring with Danger, so I know.
So you understand he doesn't listen.
Yeah.
And there's another cat, and thank God he is no longer wrestling. I can't even think of this motherfucker's name.
You can say fuck.
Motherfucker's name. How about that? I'll never forget. So John knows Rion. You know Rion.
Yeah.
So we're working at this company, and they tell. So I'm the champ. I'm the internet champ at the time, and whoever I was supposed to face, no show to show or called at the last minute. So they asked Rion to put a match together with this guy and me. Now, not that I couldn't, because I had more time, but they felt that the guy would listen to Rion a little bit better. I'm cool with that, you know. Dude, the first spot, I'm telling y'all, headlock, shoot off, shoulder tackle, get out the ring. That's all he had to do.
That's pretty simple.
Headlock. This is what he did. Headlock. Shoot him off. He stops. Gets out the ring.
He didn't want to take that shoulder.
At that point, I knew he was going in. No, So here's the thing: his family was in the crowd,
Oh, one of those.
so he was playing up to them. And the more he played up to them, the more pissed I got in 3.5 seconds. And when he got back in the ring, I commenced to beat his ass. So what started out as a work turned into a shoot. I beat his ass and I left. Like, I literally walked to the back, like, okay, raised my hand, walked to the back, put my belt down, grabbed my bag, drove the fuck off. I've never, in 18 years, I've never done that. That was so fucking unprofessional. But that's how pissed off he had me.
Was this during that CWA shows?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then you know who I'm talking about.
yeah. Yeah, he's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. So, and I literally had to come home and text the promoters and tell them I'm sorry for being unprofessional, because I should have stayed and I didn't. But if I would have saw him in back, I would have continued to beat his ass. And it wouldn't have been a promo. It wouldn't have been, no. It'd have been me really beating his ass. Because if you're not going to take this business serious, I don't give a fuck if you got family in the stands. I've got family and friends in the stands. But I'm not going into business for myself, because if that's not what it calls for, then that's not what we're doing. And if you damn sure don't know what you're doing, and you ain't been in the ring for 1 or 2 years, oh hell no. I'm not the one. Go find Danger. Danger might do that shit. He might let you get away with that shit, but Red ain't about to do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Red. This guy that Red's talking about, Ewokk, I can show you some like old, like there should be some
that match is probably out there.
Yeah. But
You
this
just have to search for it, but it's out there.
This dude would cut a promo, right?
Okay.
They would have to give subtitles to understand what he's saying.
So he's like a Momo? Was he like there was something wrong with him?
More like Willie the Crackhead.
Oh, he was a crackhead?
Okay, so I put it like this. Remember that word you said I can't use earlier?
Oh, okay.
That's him for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But add the Willie Crackhead in it.
Yeah.
So he's
both of that.
So
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Like you guys seen him like smoke some crack, like take out a rock and
he might as well. Dude, did I not Ewokk, did I not just give you the opening to the match?
Yeah.
Anybody can do that. You went on a date, right? You said you went on a date, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the young lady you went on a date with, you tell her those 4 things, she could do them.
Yeah,
and ain't never been in the ring.
If I trained her, yeah.
Dude, no, not without even training. How hard is it? Now, she might not want to take the shoulder tackle, but again, headlock, shoot off,
shoulder tackle.
That's legit a practice drill.
Right.
Yeah. This guy couldn't do it. I also seen a match of this guy getting hit with a stunner. He'll flip over, roll up, get back up, and start dancing right after he gets hit by a stunner. I shit you not.
I feel like that's like a huge problem in the business. Like I feel like people should step in, like especially like not even veterans, like people that at least know what they're doing. Cause like right now my habit is like when people like try to pitch stupid shit, like try to set up a match, I'll say, nah, bro, I ain't doing that. Like I don't even know you. Like certain people that I know, like I'll like, yeah, we could do that.
Dude, to make it better, they decided the next show.
You're gonna wrestle him again?
Wrestling him again, but this time it's a 6-man, right? He can't mess it up. He didn't want to take anything that we were delivering. And I said, okay, he don't want to take it. All right. Like, dude, literally, he was supposed to like take a spot. I forget the spot. Like, literally, he just rolls out the ring. Like, mid-match, just rolls out the ring.
He would never wrestle again. Like for real. Like I was like, yo, just get out of here.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm happy that, so I'm not happy that CWA closed, because it was one of the few companies that I actually found my love of the business again, and my passion again. But I'm happy he's nowhere around. Nowhere.
Good.
Same here.
Good, because I was told John to book him against me, and it would have been game over.
I actually even told Rion before to book me against him, because I mean my background is catch shoot wrestling. I was like, I'll be honest, man. I'll tell the guy straight up, you're getting stretched. I did that to Jane. I'll say this, and I'm friends with Sean Danger. I like Sean Danger. I stretched the shit out of Sean Danger in a practice match one time because he wouldn't sell, and Rion always kept telling him, sell. This all he had to do is look up and sell.
That's the other issue with Danger, and I get the gimmick of I'm the drunk hillbilly, and I get the gimmick, but here's the problem. Another problem, since we've talked about problems, is people don't know how to sell or when to sell, or as MVP said, the money shot, which is your face. If you can't sell it, what's the point? And that would be the hard part working Danger, is you hitting him with all this stuff. And again, there's no emotion on his face. John stretching him. He's not yelling.
He did. He did.
You made him yell, but you see what I'm saying? If I got you in a hole, if I got you in a Scorpion Deathlock, whatever, you should act like I'm hurting your legs, not just laying there, like, oh, you just got to move.
What I did to him, Red, I put him in an abdominal stretch, and in the middle of the abdominal stretch, I cross faced him. So I made sure his chin was touching the back of his shoulder when I was stretching his whole neck, and I kept telling him, I was like, "Are you gonna start selling?" And he started tapping. He started selling. I was like, "Good. That's all I wanted you to do."
But that's the thing. A lot of people don't, So like, and I tell people that work for me when I get to do my events, rarely now, but when I do, I don't care about winning, who wins, who loses, all this other stuff. I want you to make it believable to the people watching, because I want the outcome to mean something. If you're the baby and you're not selling, then guess what? The heel has to work 10 times harder to get heat.
Yes, he does.
And at the end of the day, if the baby is going over, why should the crowd care? You weren't hurt. Think about it. At least for me, when I grew up, I watched guys sell, and I thought it was the end. Think about it. I talked about it earlier. The spike to the eye with Dusty. We know Dusty's eye wasn't really poked out with a metal spike. We know that now. But could you think about that then? You thought Dusty was damn near dead. Blood gushing and him looking like a fish out of water, and you just knew Dusty was done. I was invested. Why? Because of the sale. You pulled me in. You pulled me in. The first time I saw Ewokk doesn't even know this. I saw Ewokk wrestle. So he wrestles for a friend of mine, Luis the Rich.
Oh yeah, so it's my boy. It's my homie.
So me and Luis go back. Plus he taught my daughter Spanish in school at my alma mater. So shout out Luis if you're listening.
Big shout out to Luis.
No, he's subscribed. He's listening.
Oh, he listening. What's up? But yeah, that's my guy. So I saw you wrestle on one of the shows, and I was impressed. And it wasn't the fact of your moveset. It was in between when you were selling for the other guy. That's why I liked you. Not because of what your offense was, but while you had to take defense, you made me feel like, damn, he really hurt his hand. Damn, his knee might really be fucked up. And again, I mean, I know it's work, but guess what? You made me feel like, okay, you might really be hurt. And that's the point. You know, I hate when I watch a match and a guy just gets power driven in the middle of the ring, right? The heel just power drive the babyface, right? Oh, it is over. And the heel goes and talks smack to the crowd. And the babyface nips up.
Hate that.
Like, what the hell?
Like you could wait, like say you got a 15-minute match. Say your leg is injured. You could waste so much time like selling that knee or trying to power up a little bit and then running and it's collapsing that knee that you could waste like 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds like on a knee, you know what I mean? More than that.
Dude, so John asked earlier, drop some knowledge. So I'm gonna drop some knowledge. Do you know how much time? So if you know how to structure a match, and the promoter says, I'm giving you 7 to 10, right? Do you grasp the concept that if you're the heel, you probably only have to work maybe 3 minutes out of that match? Because you're going to take the opening. Ooh, right?
Yep.
You're going to come back with the cutoff. All your opponent has to do is sell. Talk trash to your opponent. Talk trash to the audience. If you've got a manager like me, pull the ref. Let your manager a valet. Get some cheap shots in. You can straight and ain't did shit. That's why, me personally, I hate double downs. I hate them. Because every match, we see them.
Yeah.
And like John said, every opening, everybody got to lock up. Ewokk, did you lock up last time I saw you as
with Just Amazing, right?
No, with the Amish boy.
Zeke.
Yeah, we locked up, but it was like a I don't know, it was like a tussle.
But see, I don't call that a lockup.
No, you guys rolled around and trying to get the upper hand on someone. Yeah, big difference.
Sometimes again, here we go back to story. If there's bad blood, I don't want to see a lockup. I want to see a fight. You can come back to the lockup after, okay, the referee didn't, all hell done broke loose. Now everything is settled down. Okay, but everybody lock up, headlock, ring the neck, shoot off, drop down, leapfrog, clothesline, powder. Yay! It's like we found a book of the basics to wrestling, and we just Xerox that shit off to everybody. And it's like, I get it. There are some days, I mean, Ewokk, I'm sure you felt this way, John, as a worker and a promoter. I'm seeing you felt this way, and you've done it. Every day that you get in the ring, some days you just ain't feeling. You just ain't.
Oh yeah.
But you try to push forward. So yeah, some days, guess what? You do mail it in. Okay, I mailed it in. You know, but you know you can't do that on a consecutive basis. You can't. You just can't. You know, and that's why some fans, you know, they do leave. They do get tired. You know, some fans decide, hey, I don't want to support this company anymore because every damn match is the same. Everybody looks the same. Everybody works the same. Everybody's got the same damn finisher. Everybody's using the Canadian Destroyer. You know, the guy used the Canadian Destroyer in the first match, and then the guy kicked out of it, and then in the main event, it put the other guy down. So why ain't the guy in the first match going up against the guy in the main event? Because he should be champ. I mean, the crazy part is that's how the fans think. And people don't give fans enough credit. Again, when you structuring the match and you structuring the show, fans are more, you know, this ain't like the 80s. Internet wasn't around. You know, if you wanted a dirt sheet, you had to know somebody, and, you know, maybe you could get one mailed to you, you know, but even then it was paper. So you had to take time and read it. I know people, ain't that scary? You had to read something, you know. Wasn't no YouTube, you know, so wasn't none of this available. So, you know, and we as workers and as businesses, because let's be honest, each one of us are our own business. We have to understand that the fans are smart. We got to give them some credit. You know, not is everybody on the internet searching wrestling every day? No. But don't act like if they didn't want to pull it up, they couldn't. And that's the scary part. You know, and I hate when guys watch an entire show and they pull off the same match that was just on the show that they just watched. Like, I think that's lazy ass wrestling. You know, they watched the Mania 3-way last night, and they got a 3-way this Saturday.
Oh, we about to see that all all summer. All summer we about to see that.
We seen the same fucking finish.
And that's
every single one.
That's garbage, dude. That's garbage because that's lazy working, dude. Like, be creative. That's part of the business, is to be creative. That's another reason why I love Ewokk. Oh my God, if this dude doesn't have a creative mind, like, dude, I told you, to this day, I will forever hate you with the Heroes thing, you know, but I only hate on it because it's so brilliant. Like, why didn't I think of that? Because the dude is in a red suit. That should be me chasing that damn chicken as much as I eat it. But he got creative with it. You know, people are lazy. People don't want to, like, you have to even beg people to create merch. Like, really? Like, why? Why wouldn't you want extra money?
Because people are cheap fucks. They're cheap.
And they're lazy. They don't
but
want to come
dude,
up with something
here's
creative.
the thing. The old adage is it takes money to make money.
Yep.
So, again, this ain't a cheap business. That's why I hate the people to come out with the John Cena shorts and the damn gym shoes. And not because they can't afford it, you know, oh, well, Cena did it, so I'm going to do it. No, 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 no. I worked for one company, and these two dudes showed up late. Show was at 6. They showed up like 6:30. They heard, matter of fact, Just Amazing and his opponent, they were going over their match. And they stole their spot.
What?
Yes. They heard the spot that Justin and his opponent were talking about doing.
Yep. I remember
Heard
this.
them. And then went out in cargo shorts and gym shoes and t-shirts with iron-on letters. Like the ones you got on, is that iron-on?
What, this?
Yeah.
No, it's not iron on.
Okay. Well, but no, I'm saying they look just like that. The letter style you got, but they were iron-on, dude.
Ooh.
Iron-on, like you in your mom's basement, iron the letters on.
I would have been pissed, to be honest with you. I would have beat their ass.
Dude, when it came to the Battle Royal, we licked they ass up. But
Yeah.
anyway.
The one kid actually tried to hit me up for a booking, by the way, about when we first started Chicagoland. He was like, "Yeah, I'd like to come work for you," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And at first, his name didn't hit a bell with me.
Uh-huh.
Then I saw the gear there, or I should say the lack of gear they're wearing, and I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, man, that's not wrestling gear." I was like, "Do you have wrestling gear?" "Oh yeah, we got wrestling gear now." And I'm like, "Why did you wrestle with shirts, and shorts and tennis shoes in the beginning? If you have pride in the wrestling business, wait till you have the money to get gear, so you actually look like a professional wrestler, not some goof. You know?
Yeah, get some boots, man. Because
Man,
I remember there was a
know two
time.
people.
I mean, when I was younger, like my first stint, Windy City, I couldn't get in there with actual wrestling shoes. I needed to buy boots before I got in that ring.
Say that again, sir. Say that again.
So I needed to buy boots before I got into Sam DeCero's ring.
Hello.
Not wrestling shoes, boots.
Hello, dude. Do you know how frustrating that was? I'm before you. So understand that's always been like, that was his thing. And I couldn't stand it. Like, I want to do what they do. And I couldn't because I didn't have boots. So what did I do? I went and bought boots. And then the crazy part, I took it a step further. Then I started selling boots. So anybody that needed boots, I became a distributor and I sold boots. So, I mean, but I don't understand, And again, I get the times. So I get that people are more comfortable. Some people are comfortable with wrestling shoes, and I'm fine with that. I kind of got past that. But the whole, if that's your gimmick, that's one thing. But if it's not your gimmick, then you suck monkey balls. And I have no problem saying it. Because my thing is, so I'll just throw names out there. Garrison Creed is the mercenary, right?
Yeah.
So if the mercenary came out and he wore camo shorts or camo pants and fatigues, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's your gimmick, right? If our champ or Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, Chris Logan, right? He calls himself the Shogun, right? So if he came out in this big old Shogun robe and sword and all of that stuff, and he wore them black long kabuki pants, and I'm fine with it. The gimmick, right? If you've ever watched Backwoods Brown, right? Backwoods for the longest wore overalls and a cut-off t-shirt. Cause gimmick.
Yeah.
But if your gimmick is I don't have one, and you Tiny Tim. I mean, come on now. You have to start thinking, why is somebody going to pay to come see you? And people really need to get that into their head, because you have to understand, I'm not going to say all promoters, because I know promoters that, guess what? They don't count on the gate. I know some promoters don't count on the gate, and they have your pay either beforehand or they pay you before the show even starts.
Yep.
But there are some promoters that, guess what? They look at the gate, right? Now, why should I pay you tonight? What, as if I'm the promoter and you look like shit, why should I pay you? Because are you gonna bring these people back? Did your look, did your character, did your charisma, did your selling, all the things that I've talked about tonight, is that gonna bring these people back so they can spend more money next month or whenever the next show is? And guys don't think like that. You know, we talked about the merchandise thing again. So I don't know how long you were in Windy City, Ewokk, but one of the things you were always promised, you were promised TV time, you were promised promo photos, professional, and you were promised something. I forget what else. So when I started, I never got my own promo by myself, promo photo. And not that I mind, but my photo was with me and one of my friends, like I said, Cassius XL. I didn't have my own, but I didn't complain because my picture was on the table. But I never got that money. Sam got that money. And it got to me. He's making money off of my picture. So if somebody likes me and wants a picture of me, they're paying him of a picture of me. And do you know how embarrassing that is? That a fan walks up to you with a photo and asks you to sign, and it's a photo of you, but that money ain't in your pocket? That's embarrassing.
Big time.
So I got it in my head. Guess what? I got your ass. So I went to a real studio, and had promos done. My wife at the time said it was a waste of money, but I figured, hey, what the hell, we gonna have fun with it. I put her in one of the photos, and I took a bunch of photos. Oh well, guess what? At that point, any money that I sell, any picture that I sell, the money comes to me. And yeah, I gotta recoup what I spent. But guess what? At the end of the day, I get the money. And Ewokk and John, you both know, everything when it comes to merchandise, you're going to spend a ton of money.
Absolutely.
Whether it's just 8x10s, whether it's t-shirts, whether it's hats, whatever it is, you got to shell out that bulk load. So it's not like you could pay somebody and say, hey, give me one keychain, one cup cozy, and 2 t-shirts this month. You know, no. If you order it,
I spent over $300 this month alone on t-shirts.
Dude,
Damn.
see?
Bulk order of them though. That means I can sell them online. I can sell them here at the office. I can sell them at the show. So I have them plenty for everything.
And I used to do that. And the only reason why I stopped, because I hate carrying in a tub of t-shirts. And it's always that one person that wants the shirt and you ain't got that size.
Yeah.
You know, they want a medium and all you got left is extra large and 2X. And they say, oh, I ain't got that. So, you know, so you miss out that sale. So that's why I started doing my shirts online. But this next shirt that's gonna drop in June, I will have a few on hand at Grapple Masters. I ain't gonna lie. I believe this shirt is gonna be the hottest shirt we've had out to date as a group.
Okay.
But dude, it just takes money. And that's the thing. If you ain't got it, don't do it. Don't half-ass do it. You know, don't you know, you need to find somebody with a that's legit that can do your graphics or do whatever design. And if you don't know what the design is, don't rush. You know. But you know, and then I hate seeing everybody buying tights, and I know I'm all over the place.
It's all
I hate
good.
seeing people damn, get off of fucking Amazon and eBay, people. Shit. Ask people in the locker rooms, who does your gear? Who does your gear? You know, find different people and go to most of them on Facebook. Go to Facebook and look up their work and see, you know, and ask, okay, what do you charge for a pair of tights? You know, all right, and then go to the next person. What do you pay for it? And kind of do that. One of Ewokk's, I think he's a protege, or at least know you've seen him. Crizzo.
Yeah.
So Crizzo, his mom and me go way back. Grammar school, way back.
Yeah.
I ain't ashamed to say it. She was one of my childhood sweethearts. And we still good friends. So when she told me about him starting wrestling, I was supportive. And she asked me, you know, just be cool with him. And, you know, one of the first things I told him, I said, okay, well, get trained, you know, let them train you. Don't be in a rush to overdo it. I said, but one of the first things you need to do is invest in gear. And what does he hit me up with like 3 days later? Designs of what he wanted his gear to look like. I was impressed. I was like, damn. But now the test comes, do you get it made? So when he sent me the picture, and this was months later, of the actual gear it was made, the way the picture looked, I was impressed. Because I said, he gets it. At least this part, he gets. Because here's the thing, I tell everybody, if y'all decide we're going to go play basketball right now, right? We're going to find a court, we're going to get down, right? I'm going to look like I'm going to beat y'all ass. I got the Jordans. I got the wristband. I got the finger wrap. I'm about to look like I'm about to bust y'all ass. Right?
Yes, sir.
So the first thing you're going to say, oh, damn, Red can hoop. Red can't hoop a damn. I can't. 2 laps, I'm done. I'm blowing for oxygen. I'm out of there. But I look like I can play the part. In this business, you got to look the part. But everybody wearing tights from eBay and Amazon and Wish, and we just talked about Wish. Oh, I can wear those. And then you get them and you don't try them on till you get to the show. I'm just waiting for them to rip at that point. And I'm going to laugh too. I'm going to laugh.
I'll be right there with you.
You know, I just think, again, this isn't one of those businesses. It's a business where everybody thinks they can do it. And it's not. Everybody can't do it. And it's not because they don't want to, but understand, again, go back to the beginning. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is more than just your time. And it takes up a lot of your time. But a sacrifice of your money. Sacrifice of your family. I don't know how John does everything he does all day long, and damn, he still got a family. You'll see him and him and his wife taking pictures, and they all curled up on the couch with the dog, and the dog is happy, and everybody smile. I be thinking, how the hell he get time to do all of that? Then he pulls out, and then 5 minutes later, it's a tweet, I just pulled off the biggest deal in the world. And it's like, really? Like, how are you able to do that? But now, 18, almost 19 years in, I've realized there is a balance in the force. You have to have balance, young Jedi. But when I was young, I didn't get that. But you can't do that in the beginning. Because if you start sacrificing, and you sacrifice the wrong thing in the beginning, that can cost you. But I just think, when we do wrestling schools, they need to teach more than just moves. There needs to be wrestling etiquette, how to walk into a locker room. Because if we all know each other, we're all in the same locker room. So say John had a training school at CCW. So if you know everybody there, yeah, you're going to walk in there kind of different, right? Everybody's going to walk in and be like, hey, Mr. Bullet, hey, Ewokk, hey, Red, because you're all in the training facility and now you're at the show. But then you go to a different company, you're going to try that same shit. You're going to rub somebody the wrong way.
Big time.
So it needs to be, etiquette needs to be taught. Money management needs to be taught. I don't understand how guys don't have jobs. And I mean, I understand we're in the pandemic. Don't get me twisted. But the money you do get or you find, you spend on the most stupidest shit. But you won't invest in boots, in gear, in merchandise. You don't. Here's a kicker for me. You don't even invest in giving the person you ride the show with money.
Yeah.
Me and Ewokk talked about this about two episodes ago. We also talked about Bob Evans.
Yeah.
The proper way to get into a car ride. And one of the things I told Ewokk was when I first broke into the South, anytime the veterans say, hey, I got a car ride open for if you want to ride with me. The thing the veterans always said was, chip in on some gas or buy me a cup of coffee when we're on the road. It's all I have.
Something.
Yeah, do something. Pull your fucking weight.
Hey, take me to Rush Street. Say, hey, let me get this hooker and something, But oh my God, I've seen so many guys, hey man, can I get a ride with you? And you be like, okay. And they feel like just because you talking to them, that's payment enough. It's like, really? and I'm not blowing. I always say I'm blowing smoke up somebody's ass. But our I like to call him super fan. Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie's a great guy, man.
I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. But and I never asked him ever for a dime. But he always says, here you go, see. Because I appreciate it. Because you didn't have to bring me to the show. And that goes a long way, And it's like, wow, man, okay. But guys, that have to get to the show, they just take it for granted. Hey, whatever, I won't, I don't have to give you nothing. You making the same $25 I'm making. I'm gonna hold on to this 25 so I can go get me a 6-piece with lemon pepper and mild sauce, and a sack, for the night. And it's like, really? Okay. But then you wonder why I won't give you a ride to the next show. So I just think there needs to be more to wrestling schools than just how to wrestle. Everything from, how to make merch, sell merch. One of the things that I hate is you're at a show and you look at everybody else's prices and it makes it hard to sell merchandise if I sell 8x10s for $5. Ewokk sells his for $3. Marche sells his for $4. We're all kind of hurting ourselves, because no, they're not going to buy mine. They're going to wind up buying Ewokk's because his is $3 because they say if they buy mine, they're spending the extra the extra $2. They spend an extra $1 with Marche, so they're going to go to Ewokk. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can do with whatever the hell you want. It's your money. But, like I've noticed that with T-shirts. Some guys will sell their T-shirts for $10. And then another guy sell his for $20. And another guy is selling his for $15. And it's like, I get it, but dude, you're hurting me. You're killing me. Let's kind of, so a lot of times, I'll sit up there and I'll drop my prices the day of the show. Be like, I got a sale going on, and, people think, hey, that's a good deal. Oh man, his shirt was $20. He giving it to me for $15. Yeah, I am. Really? Because I'm trying to compete with dude over here who's selling his for $15. But I said the word sale.
Yeah. And that's a magical word to a fan. Bargain. Oh my God, I'm getting a bargain? Yeah, you're getting a great bargain. Buy 2 for 1.
You get a free DVD. Dude, we went to, the second time we went to Chicago, I went with a whole second suitcase full of merch. DVDs, buttons, keychains, wristbands, T-shirts. So we there for 3 days. Was dreading having to take that stuff back on the plane.
Oh,
I was dreading it. Only to turn around and that Sunday, I just told everybody everything is on sale. Oh my God, my table stayed packed. I sold all that stuff. I was selling all kind of bundles. I was just making bundles up. Buy a DVD, get a T-shirt free. Buy a T-shirt, get a DVD free. And again, you got to know how to, kind of shortcut stuff. Back in the day, think about it. I don't know who was making people's DVD, but I had a guy, he would make one DVD for me, right? I went and bought a DVD burner.
Yep.
I go to Office Max, or Walgreens, get 100 blank DVDs, and be just running them bad boys off all night long. Just running DVDs all night. You get somebody to do the cover, One cover. One. Send me the JPEG. I'm printing them up online. You go online, eBay. Let me get 100 cases for $5.
Yep.
So I done spent all of what? I done spent $20 to produce 100 DVDs. Then I'm gonna charge $10 a pop. So am I really losing anything if I give them away? No. I done already made my money back in there some. And again, I can honestly say that particular trip, I made so much money at the gimmick table that I split it with the boys that night. You know, and it's not unheard of, you know. Well, maybe it is. But my thing was, you know, their names, their faces are on the product. And I felt, you know, it was only right that weekend, you know, that they enjoy some of the, you know, the fruits like I did. You know, I try not to be a selfish bastard all the time, you know. So, you know, but Ewokk don't have that damn problem because it's just him by his damn self, you know, chasing that damn chicken and, you know, so.
In your opinion, Red, of all the years you've been a manager, for all the young up and coming guys who are wanting to become managers or wanting to follow in guys like yourself, Paul Myers, you know, other guys in Chicago who were great managers and still are great managers, what advice do you have for people who want to become wrestling managers?
Make sure that's what you want to do. Managing is a lost art form, and it's no longer used. I'm not going to say in the proper way, but if you notice, if anybody's a manager, it's somebody that used to be a known wrestler. So, you know, like you look at Taz and you look at Tully, both in the AEW. WWE doesn't do it at all, you know. I mean, they got MVP playing the role now, you know, and it's like, dude, I could have did better with Bobby, you know. I thought I should have been with Bobby when he had Leo Rush. That's just me personally. But again, people gotta understand. It's about, again, what's your character? What's your gimmick? Who are you as a manager? You know, you got to think about those things. I have no problem with saying, and if Steve is listening, he knows who I'm talking about. There was a guy who came up to me years ago at a company, and he said, Red, I've always admired you, and I want to be just like you. And I said, okay. And he said, so tell me what I need to do. I said, first of all, what's your gimmick? So he told me his gimmick. So he was supposed to be this big money man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, well, understand. If that's what you're about, your look has to say you're about that money. Right? So gave him some other pointers. So we told to go to the locker room. Okay. This dude pulls out a two-piece suit. I see you sipping, Ewokk. He pulls out, you're going to need a sip for this. You're going to need the whole damn bottle. He pulls out a two-piece suit out of a gym bag. A gym bag.
Mistake number one. What the fuck's wrong with that kid?
Gym bag. A suit. Do you know how wrinkled that shit was? Then he pulls out these black shoes. Now, we all know what the color black is. I mean, I'm sorry, you know, for the people that can't see, but I have on a dark shirt, but you see a black background. His shoes were gray. But you heard what color I said the shoes were.
Yeah.
I said they were black. But when he pulled them out, they were gray. That's how damn dusty they were. He didn't wipe them off. He didn't go in the bathroom and get a paper towel and put some water on them and wipe them. No. He just put them joints on. And I just look like nothing about you says money. Not a damn thing.
Was the suit fitted at least?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It was
Please
wrinkled.
tell me this person is no longer in our business.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Ask Steve. When we get done tomorrow, text Steve and ask Steve. And then remind me when I see you, there's a story that goes along with it about him being slapped by Willie. The shit was hilarious. But anyway, so I tell everybody, to me personally, everybody can't do this. The one thing that bothers my fucking nerve is somebody thinking they can go to the damn thrift store, find a suit, and become a manager. And it's like, it's way more to this than just putting on a suit. Or they think I can grab a cane and now I'm a manager. No. When I started actually to be a full-time wrestler. Managing, I just happened. I'm going to tell you how I realized my mouth was better than my body. Doing a sunset flip outside to the inside of the ring. My mind said I could do it. My body said, kiss my ass. And I never forget that day of practice. I'm trying to get over, and I just couldn't do it. And I did it. Finally, I did it. Like after 15 minutes, I finally got it. And I was like, damn, this is the roughest ass practice I've ever had. Off of one move. And then I think later on that night, it just dawned on me, like, I can talk. So I should just talk. And it just so happened that an opportunity came up and I became Cassius's manager. And it was like, oh shit, this works. Okay. Because I can do more damage talking. Actually, I was supposed to be Marche and his group's manager. That's how it really started. I was supposed to be a drill sergeant because Sam knew I was a vet. So he knew I had military experience and all of that. So I was supposed to be a drill sergeant. And he kind of slow dragged his ass about, because I had everything. I just needed to go buy the hat because I wasn't going to be that guy that didn't, again, if I'm going to be a drill sergeant, I'm going to be a drill sergeant. So anybody that ever has seen a drill sergeant knows there's a drill sergeant hat.
Yes.
And I was going to go buy it, but I didn't want to go spend money until the green light was given. I had the fatigues, had the boots, had the whistle. Sam, I just need to know so I can go buy this hat. And he kept kind of pushing it off. And, again, when you're a rookie, you can't really say shit, You just, okay. You got to just take it. And I guess that's just the way I've always been. I kind of just made my own opportunity. I saw one guy said he was done, who was managing Cassius. And me and Cassius started talking. He was like, why don't you just be my manager? Okay. And I didn't think Sam would go for the idea. And it's funny because then we did a show and Cassius had 2 managers. Like, who has 2 managers? Because the dude showed up out of the clear blue, like nobody had heard from dude. And then dude just showed up at the show. And I'm thinking, well, the fans don't know who I am. They know who he is. And Sam was like, what are you doing? Get out of there. Get out of there. Get down there. It's like, oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So hence the day C Red was born. So I mean, it ain't easy. You know, no job in this business is easy, but it takes commitment. It takes dedication. You know, this is what you want to, you know, have to do. You know, if you want to be the bell ringer, shit, you got to know when to ring the bell.
Yeah. Know the signals, you know.
How many fuck ups have we seen with somebody ring the bell too damn early? You know, how many times, you know, you want to be the music person? Again, you got to know people's music. You got to have it all together. You got to know when and where to stop it. You know, you got to know if it's a clean version or a not clean version. You know, because you got to kind of know what kind of crowd you playing. You can't play a regular version rap song and it's a PG show. You know, you kind of lose fans that way. You know, and I know it sounds stupid, but some folks get offended. We live in a world where everybody get offended about something. You know, so, you know, so if people want to be a manager, a valet, a referee, you know, I think first of all, you got to study, you know, see who the people who came before you, you know, and don't just search one company, you know, kind of, you know, again, shit. Google is your best friend, you know. YouTube is your best friend, you know, and just go from there, you know. Read, you know, read about these people, you know. So, you know, you just got to learn your craft, you know. And some people want to learn, some people don't, you know. And I think that's the difference makers as far as this business goes. You know, some people are going to want to, they're going to want to study. You know, a girl I know, she just went down, I think, to Florida, you know, and she trained with, she trained with somebody decent. Dean Malenko. I think she trained with Dean Malenko. Hell, I have nothing but respect for her because guess what? She started here, you know, but she wanted more, you know. She went there, you know. You know, some people aren't big on wrestling seminars. I say, shit, get what you can, you know, because you never know, you know. Yeah, it could be just, you know, the guy trying to take your money and not tell you shit. But what if it's that one seminar where guess what? You impress the shit out of him and he takes it back to somebody else, you know. You just don't know, you know. But if you don't invest in yourself, again, you're not committed, you know. So
no, October 16th, we have Brutal Bob Evans coming up to do a seminar with us at Chicagoland. And, you know, me and Ewokk had Bob on our show. And,
well,
man,
you know,
like,
we had him on our show.
Yeah, I mean, that was just nothing but knowledge dropped. I mean, just so much. I think every guy could benefit from a Bob Evans seminar because he teaches business sense, how to get more bookings, how to present yourself, how to network, how to do all this other stuff that a lot of guys overlook, the little things, you know. And of course, he does.
I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think they overlook it. I think you hit it on the head earlier. They're just fucking lazy.
Yeah, true. For a lot of guys. Yeah.
You know, they're just fucking late. Now, again, there are some guys, again, they are content. And I'm if that is their niche in life and they're content, then I'm content. Who am I to bitch? You know, but don't get mad because people wearing my t-shirt, wearing my face mask, buying my foam stuff, buying Ewokk Herald shirts. Don't be mad.
Yep.
You know, don't be mad at the end of the day when John hands us our envelopes and we kind of laugh at the envelope because me and Ewokk sitting back like, thank you, John. We appreciate it, but the merch table did it for us tonight. We good.
Well, the merch table should do it for you. You know what I mean?
You know,
every night.
You know, hey, but here's my thing. I'm fine on the nights where guess what? I don't make shit. There are some days where guess what? I don't sell nothing. And I'm fine with that. Because I can be fine with for the simple fact, guess what? It was there. It was there. Now it's the fans' choice to buy or not buy. Now I always try to make sure that no matter what, you know, if it's something, dude, there was a little girl I'll never forget, and this was probably about a year ago, and she wanted an 8x10 so bad. And she ran to her daddy, and I could hear her ask her daddy for money, and he said he couldn't afford it. I just gave it to her. Just gave it to her. Signed it and gave it to her. Like, it's no big deal. So did I make any money on that? No. I lost money. I don't care. You know, my thing is I'd rather that little girl be happy, you know. Oh well. But guys have to.
The thing is, though, you created a moment for her. Like, she'll never forget that. She'll never forget, you know, you did that for her as a kid. You know, that's just, when she gets older, she's going to have that in her possessions. Like, yeah, I remember going to this wrestling show and this guy was really cool to me. And man, I'm still a fan of it because of that. It's just little things that we can do in this business for the fans that can make, prime example, back in 2012, I ran my very first event in Kentucky. And there's a guy in the crowd that I'm still friends with to this day named TJ Burton. He lost his grandmother about 3-4 days before the show. And he went to the wrestling show just to get his mind off of it. And after the show was over with, he walked up to me. He said, man, that was a great show. I lost my grandmother a few days ago. And this helped me keep my mind off of shit. You know, gave each other a big brother hug. And we became best friends after that. Still to this day, we talk to him every day, if I can. And to me, it's just those moments. It's those little things that makes wrestling beautiful. You know, because who knows, that fan in that crowd is like the worker. Some of the guys in this business, man, they go through some bad shit. But sometimes it's just that little moment that makes everything seem, you know, life is going to be okay. You know, wrestling does that.
We all, and I mean, but that's the very first part that we talked about moments. And dude, it's I don't live. I mean, would we all love to live for that one moment where our hand is raised as $1,000 pyro is going off in front of 40,000, 100,000 people, and we're streamed worldwide as we hold up the championship title? Yes, we would all love that. But guess what? The reality is that ain't gonna happen. But guess what? It's you know how I made most of the people in this business is, again, by small moments. And again, it's moments of having a conversation or somebody asking, can I take a picture with you? Yeah. Sure. Like now here's the thing. I understand the day of kayfabe, and you can never get it. It was hard to get like, Dick the Bruiser and people like that. Like unless you caught them at the airport and by themselves, it was hard to get a picture with them, But I'm sorry, for me, that's when kayfabe goes the fuck out the window. Because if you want to take a picture with me, I consider that an honor and a privilege. Because you're stopping me to ask me to take a picture with me. Hell yeah, I'm going to take a picture. Hell yeah. Because again, as you stated, I don't know what you're going through. And me just saying, yeah, might mean something, might not. But at the end of the day, I want that moment to be special. This was probably about 6 years ago. One of my students was a huge wrestling fan, but he was confined to a wheelchair, and his parents, like, because of his medical condition, like, it was hard to even get him out the house. There had to be like certain precautions. I made sure that I had tickets for a show I was doing. Him and his family, free of charge. And like the building, it was hot. Like that building was hot. And like one of his things was he couldn't sweat too much. So I made sure like they took the fan and positioned the fan so it didn't blow him away, but it blew just enough air on him to keep him cool throughout the night. And I made sure like everybody in the locker room knew, hey, that's my kid out there, go out there, say hello to him, he can't speak back, but he'll smile. So just smile and be cool with him. Dude, his parents said that was like the greatest night of his life. And it's like, that's why I do it. I do it, because when fans have feel good moments, we get feel good moments, and that's what it's about. I'd rather lose a payday, sell no merch, and I know that sounds crazy, but at the end of the day, I signed a piece of paper for a kid and he thought it was the greatest thing ever. Like, oh my God. Like, that's one of the things that I hate is kids want people's autographs. And so they go find a piece of paper and then they start ripping it up because they want you to sign, and then they want Ewokk to sign, and then me to sign. And it's like, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't. So even now, I've got paper 5x7s. I just printed them off at work. Oh, okay. No, I paid for them at Office Max. And they're just paper photos of me to get the kids that can't afford it. Because again, it's about moments. And I don't think, I'm a sucker for kids, and, if that's how I got hooked in this business as a kid. And I don't want to be the jackass that turns a kid off pro wrestling.
Exactly.
I want just like, and again, the crazy part is, do you grasp the concept? I never met anybody that I idolized until I got in the business. Never met anybody. Never went to any wrestling events until I started going to Windy City. Never met anybody. So, when I can, if I'm sharing the locker room and like I'll never forget, I did a show and I forget whose show it was, and Tito Santana was there. And Tito saw how I was dressed, and Tito was like, "You got it, man. You have the look. You just need to be seen by the right people, and Vince will sign you." I don't want to go to again. I don't want to go there, but just for him to say it,
It's a big
shit,
deal.
I'm good. I'm sure some people just saying shit to say shit, but Tyrus said it. Birdman, the Birdman said it. Shit, I've had a bunch of people say it. Raven, I don't give a fuck about. He chewed my ass out. Nova, my sensei number 2. Chris Daniels is my sensei number 1. Again, but I want kids to feel about me the way I feel about them, about the people I respect in this business. And again, think about it. I shared the locker room with Daniels, but he never treated me like shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want any kid to ever, grow up and think, I want to do this. I want to be in this business. And then they ask for my autograph, and I just blow them off, like that shit irks me, I don't give a fuck about kayfabe at that point. That kid asked you for your autograph. They could have asked anybody else, but you saying no could be the one time that just completely tells them. And from that point on, they can tell their parent, I don't ever want to go to wrestling again. I don't want to see wrestling again. Hell, I want to play baseball,
The worst thing I think I've ever seen in wrestling, you just talk about Raven. There was a show in Corbin, Kentucky, back in, I think it was like 2010, 2011. And there was a fan who was in a wheelchair. And he asked Raven. Raven was having one of those bad days, but it seemed like he always has a bad day from everybody I've ever talked to. And the kid asked Raven, "Hey, can I be a member of your flock?" And Raven literally just told the kid to go fuck himself. He
Damn,
was
what the
like,
fuck?
wow.
he's like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself, get out, you bug off." And I was just like, dude, I was like, this kid is a super fan who buys everyone's merchandise. He buys everything. He has like, I think it was like MS or polio or something like that. He was like really like, it was rough. It was sad to watch, man. I think it was cerebral palsy. That's what it was. And yeah, he was just fucking, he was rude to him. And I was just like, dude, all you had to say is this, brother. You've already been, you already are part of the flock. Do the Raven pose with him. Take a picture. Guess what? You made his day. He paid money to see you, and that's how you treat the fan. And it's like,
Well, dude, he treated me as a worker, as well, not just me, but the whole entire Soul Touchers. And again, I understood his point. It was the way he delivered it was such a dick move, and not understanding. So here's the backstory to it. We were making our debut in Resistance Pro, and so it was, they knew of the whole group, so they asked for all 5 of us. So it was me, Marche, Jazz, Willie, and my ex. So all of us, okay, we're there. And then they decide that they're gonna put Willie and Marche in the tag match with this American Lucha and a Lucha. that speaks no English, Lucha. See, Ewokk laughing because he know that shit ain't funny.
He's a Dominican Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
Shh, don't tell my secrets.
So the crazy part is we don't know this dude doesn't speak English. So, finally, they're going over the match. So, like maybe a half hour of them talking over the match. The American Lucha says, hey, he doesn't speak English. What the fuck? Okay. So now we got to approach this a different way. So the way the match was structured, we were heels, they were faces. And during the heat, the American Lucha would tag in the Lucha guy. Well, we didn't do it that way. And that's only because he fucked up a spot. And Willie went to town on his ass. And it was funny, but again, we still did what we needed to do. And again, the crowd loved the match. Again, we got the heat we were supposed to get. We cheated, rode off into the sunset. We was good. And the crazy part, so the way the Excalibur was set up at the time in the space we were at, we had to go up these winding stairs to go back up. So we go back up these winding stairs, and who's sitting there? Raven. And he just tears into our ass. And you got to grasp the concept. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. Like, who the fuck are you to talk to me like this? I get who you are in this business. But my first thing is talk to me like I'm a fucking man.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking child. Talk to me like I'm a man. Dude, he talked to us so fucking bad. Like, all of us were like, fuck this. We're done. Like, fuck this business. Like, if there was ever a doubt, that was the moment right there. We were getting ready to say, fuck wrestling. And he went off and did whatever the fuck he was doing. And Nova came up. And Nova just being the guy he is, was so cool. And was just like, hey, skip what he was talking about. I watched your match. You guys are good. Don't stop. Don't quit. Because he could see it in our face. Like, if you've ever wanted to see 5 down and depressed, like, you might as well have went out and got all our dogs and shot them in the head in front of us. That's how fucked up we were. And Nova just had a way of talking to us like humans and telling us it wasn't bad. He was like, they shouldn't have put a guy that doesn't speak English in the match. That's their fault, not yours. And it's like, then they didn't tell you guys he didn't speak English 30 minutes before you guys go out. Like, who does that? So it's like, I will forever be grateful to Nova. But working with Raven, and he apologized later, but like, I really didn't give a fuck at that point. Like, to me at that point, it was like, dude, you're a dick. You know, I respect you and your body of work. That's about it. You know, the only other person I despise bigger than Raven is Teddy Long. So
Okay, I have to ask this Uncle Red. What's the Teddy Long story? Because I've never heard this. If you don't mind telling.
oh, I don't mind telling it. I did a show for a company. Now again, I've been doing this for umpteen years, right? So I know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm in a match, and in the match, I'm managing John Hudson. And one of John's opponents is the now retired Machine.
Yeah.
So if anybody's ever seen Machine is a machete wearing, wielding, nail mask, Jason meets Freddy meets Pinhead type person. Crazy as hell, but I love Machine. But that's his gimmick, is he's a psychopath. So there comes a point where John takes a bump on the other side of the ring. And again, he's my guy. I got to go check on him. And here comes Machine, you know, scary, imposing. Now, depending on what company I'm with, again, I can play the chicken shit manager, or I can knock your head off manager. Again, I prefer I will knock your head off. But again, this is Machine. So Machine starts coming toward me. And the next thing I know, him and his partner are chasing me out the building. Again, I have to go with what's going, right? And the crowd is reacting. So it's gold, because I'm screaming my ass off. The people are buying it. Like, I'm screaming all the way into the parking lot. I sneak back in. I think John gets the win that night. We cheat the win. And then we run out. Right? Teddy's in the back. Teddy's a special guest that night. Teddy tells them that I move around too much. My job as a manager is to stay in one spot. I'm taking the emphasis off the workers.
Does this guy not watch Jimmy Hart? Jimmy Hart's like a pinball out there.
My thing is, so I'm supposed to stand there and let this machete wielding motherfucker just knock the shit out of me, and it's not called for. And then, did you not see him and his partner chase me? So I'm supposed to be bad enough to fight off two dudes? Like, what the fuck? Like, did you just... You said I don't know what I'm doing. So I start to say, and I'm gonna be honest, I start to say it. Like, I guess because I ain't kissed Vince's ass, I ain't in the Hall of Fame, but that's just me. I start to tell him, hey, I remember when you didn't have two front teeth.
Yeah, and he had the jerry curls.
The long drip ass, easy E jerry curl. If y'all don't know, go look on YouTube, people.
Yeah, 1980s is a hell of a time.
Wore the Kumo D hat, with the long drip ass Jerry curl. When you saute it long, you just want to say suffering succotash. Spit be everywhere.
I remember when he was a referee and he almost lost his job in WCW. He actually fucked up a world title finish. I think it was one of Ric Flair's matches, actually. And he botched the entire finish. And yeah, they almost fired his ass over that.
Dude, but to me, and that's why I say I never try to run down anybody, any young talent. My job is to build up. I'm never gonna now unless you're the drizzling shits like the person I talked about earlier.
Crackhead,
and even
right?
and even then, yeah, crackhead, yeah. Even Danger. I don't mind if I had to work Danger tomorrow. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I feel again he can get better. But
Same
there are, but I'm never gonna, I'm never one of these vets that, and I don't like vets that talk down to younger talent. I get it. We've been in the business. We've done it. We've been there. Okay. And my job is, again, as an educator, my job is to build people up, not tear people down. And we got enough of that shit in the world as is. Do we really need to, have that brought into our world and into our locker rooms where people are constantly, tearing people down, oh, well, you should, now everybody can stand for room and improvement, I mean, when I have to age in a match, I'm looking at it, does it make sense? And are the fans responding the way you wanted them to respond? But John can tell you, when he, asked me to look through that lens, I only found one spot the entire show that I thought could have been fixed or should have been better. That's it. I texted him, I called him, and we talked about it, and we were good after that, because he already knew.
Yeah.
But that was one match, dude, out of the entire night. Like, oh my God. But even then, I didn't go up to the person, oh, you fucked up, you should have did this. No, because what does that do? That doesn't do anybody anything. That creates a hostile environment. And I like the locker room we have at CCW. So, I want to keep it that way. But there are some vets that, they're bitter. They want the limelight. They want all the belts. They think every show should focus around them, and it's, it's not,
I had one of them actually hit me up about a week ago asking for a booking, and I was like, nope, I'm good. Because the person's a literal locker room cancer. Is he talented? Absolutely. Talented worker, but a horrible human being. And someone that if you would bring him into a locker room, the first show he's going to ruin it for everybody. And it's important to cut that stuff out before it can even build, before it even grows, before it can even show up. To let them know, don't need you. We're good. Stay home. And then I remember this one time, Red, a person actually told me to use you as a reference.
Use who?
They wanted to use you as a reference. You know this because I messaged you about this about a year ago. I was like, "What do you think about so and so?" And the first thing you said was, "Nah, you don't want that around you." And it's like, well, that reference backfired on him. I'll tell you who it is after the podcast, but
okay.
Just remind you. Yeah. I mean, but the first thing you said yourself was locker room cancer. You don't want that around you.
And here's the thing. I don't mind people, again, you can use me as a reference. Keyword reference. That doesn't guarantee, that I'm going to co-sign. you know, if Ewokk was a real asshole, you know, but talented as shit, I'd be like, oh yeah, go on and use me though. Yeah, uh-huh. But then when you ask me, oh, he's an asshole. He steals your merch gimmicks and everything, you know. He don't give a shit about he don't give a shit about my pockets. You know, no, I cannot work with him. No, but I'm just saying, dude, there's just certain people that again, they're, you know, some people just want to catch on to that next bolt of lightning. You know what I'm saying? They just want to ride the wave, you know. And I get it. But at the same time, you know, if we all sitting around and it's almost like watching WWE. And you hate to say that. But think about it. Or you watch AEW. Are you excited when you see a new talent, somebody you've never seen before, come in? Or are you excited because here's somebody WWE just fired, and 2 weeks later they show up on AEW? Now it depends on the talent. Like I would love for Aleister Black to get the fuck out of his contract and go to AEW. But you know, that's just me. You know, what about, you know, again, but how many times have we, you know, like, oh my God, they NWO'd us to death. Shit, you know, after it was over with, you know, Hall and Nash showed up every damn where. It was like, so it made it no big deal. You know, it was like, oh, just these guys. You know,
they became a payday worker instead of a special occasion or something big.
And again, I don't take anything away from Hall and Nash because get your money. Yeah. You know, but again, you know, if I'm running a company, I want something different, you know. And again, I'm not trying to do what everybody else has done, you know. So bringing in guys that, you know, have that bring bad vibes to locker rooms. Again, it just takes that one time, you know. And again, that one time, you know, and he tells Ewokk, hey, I didn't like the way you do your punches. You know, well, guess what? Now Ewokk is pissed off because who is this guy to tell him how he does his punches? You know, and now Ewokk's walking around pissed off and says, man, fuck this company. You know, so then he leaves. I mean, it can be a snowball effect. And, you know, sometimes you just don't want that shit, you know. Sometimes those people sneak in and you don't know, you know, but sometimes them, you know, if you know it, just don't do it. You know, if you know that that's just gonna be a bad thing, you know. That's why I respect Luis's company. I don't see a lot of outside talent brought in. You know, all of you guys are homegrown, and that's beautiful. You know, because, you know, again, you guys get a chance to get that bond, you know, and eventually, you know, yeah, you can branch out, but, you know, it's always good when you trust is a big thing in this fucking business.
Yeah, sure is.
You know, and if I can't trust you, you know, and that's the thing, and people don't grasp the concept. I have to trust you, you know, whether I'm a manager or whether I'm a wrestler. And if I walk in those ropes, regardless to what my role is, I've got to trust who's ever across the ring. I have to, you know. So if they tell me, yeah, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna hit you, okay, I still have to trust that. Guess what? You know how to fucking hit me without me losing teeth, without me getting a concussion. Now, if my slick ass shoes slip on whatever, then that's on me. But I need to know that I can trust you to do what you need to do to protect me. So at the end of the night, I can get the fuck home. So, because I need to get home to my people. So, you know, like I said, all of this, dude, is so, and the seminar you're talking about with Bob, is huge. But like I said, I think people need to be taught just basics and not wrestling in ring basics. Because again, all the stuff that we've talked about tonight, again, that's the heart and the meat of this whole thing. Because if you don't have commitment, you don't have charisma, you don't have the time, the effort. Again, it's crazy. I just talked about my new design, right? And why did my artist literally just drop it like in my lap 2 minutes ago? And like I'm frantic for it. I don't know how nobody else is gonna feel. I'm gonna love it. But it's like, oh my God, you got to make the investment in yourself, in your people. But that's how people got to do, and it's like it is what it is, And if that ain't how you feel, at some time just step away. Again, if I ever get to the point where I hate everybody in this damn business, I'm just gonna step the hell away.
That's
I'm like,
when it happens like
I'm
that.
like, fuck Ewokk. He stole my gimmick. He stole my merch. So and I'm trying to pass this shit down to my grandsons. And I know that sounds cliche as hell. And again, one of them ain't even a month old yet. But I want to be able to pass down my legacy. And whether they decide to wrestle or not, that's on them. But I want to, here it is. I built this legacy for you. Now, if you decide to take either it, go ahead, run with it. If not, I can't be mad at that because I don't, I want you to live life on your own terms. But if this is what you choose to do, I want you to do it. But I want them to always be able to say, that's my G-Paw. He did it. He did that. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's why I keep fan posters. I keep news clippings. You still owe me a newspaper, John.
Yeah, I'll have it for you at the show in June. You'll have it waiting for you.
I try to keep everything, And again, I'm not one of these guys, because I want to put it in my man cave. Years ago, that used to be me. Now it's about I want to be able to pass this stuff down to my grandsons, so they can honestly see. Just like I've told my own kids, I want to be able to tell them, live your dream, and then if this is your dream, then shouldn't nothing stop you. But you got to understand, with every dream comes a sacrifice. Uh, the people that made when Stan Lee created Marvel, shit, I'm sure, he was up many a nights, sacrificing sleep and time, trying to meet deadlines and create characters and, shit, look where we are now, the whole MCU shit. And if y'all ain't watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, shame on both of y'all.
I'm watching the Mighty Ducks. You know how I feel about the Mighty Ducks, man.
Dude, I watched the Ducks too. And first of all, I'm gonna be honest, I was disappointed. I thought it was a movie. I thought it was gonna be a whole movie, and then I find out it was just a show. And I'm like, but I'm watching it. I watch it faithfully. So but I guess I wanted that whole feel good moment of, and I haven't gotten. You get bits and pieces throughout the show. But it's like, I saw the clip of the old Ducks coming back.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the moment I want, is to see all of them back together. The old Ducks beat the new Ducks, But, I'm liking it, it's on my top shows. I actually so that Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Equalizer, and Young Rock are probably the only 4 shows that I will watch outside of wrestling faithfully.
Pretty good shows. Pretty good shows.
You know, I don't pretty much watch. I'm just finishing up. Actually, I got a half hour, which I definitely ain't gonna finish tonight. The murder of Michael Jordan's father. It's a documentary on Amazon Prime, 5-part series. So it's a lot of stuff that I don't think we were privy to. So I don't think the guy did it. That they said did it. Think he was pretty much set up. So that's just me. But I watch stuff like I'm a big documentary buff. I might not look like it, but like I love BattleBots. Don't tell nobody that, but I love BattleBots. I can't build shit to save my life, but I love to see shit get destroyed. I want to see somebody's hard work just blown up or thrown all over the fucking place. Shit like that. So that's about it, man. That's all C Red got, man. I don't know. Anything else, y'all? Any other questions?
Shit, I ain't got none, man. We had a roll today, man. We had the mescal sipping. We talking about some good shit, good wrestling stuff. Shit, that's all I got. Anything you, Mr. John? You got anything?
And we covered just about everything we needed to cover. I mean, we talked about marketing, we talked about branding yourself to the wrestling world, creating moments, real moments, not setting yourself on fire and getting fucked in the ass by 5,000 other weird people in the world, but actually going out and
don't say that when we talk about that other person.
The crackhead, still.
Hey, if you like crack, you like that shit, what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, hey, $20, $20, but I mean, but it's one of those, like, we covered things, and I've been preaching this to everybody when they listen to our podcast. I will preach it till I turn blue in the face. This podcast is between two best buds hanging out with guys that we respect, people that we look up to, our fellow members of the wrestling world, music world, different things. But what I love about what we do compared to other podcasts, instead of just asking someone like, "Oh, how did you get into business?" It's more of, what can you teach people who are wanting to get into this business, or teach to someone who's in it now but they're still struggling? What lessons can you teach them? How can we make this a better place? How can we make wrestling a better world? How can we make our business something that will survive and thrive the next 20 years? And I think our podcasts, when people listen to every episode, we drop knowledge every episode. There's something different that's being said every episode that someone could take from it and go, man, I never thought about this. This is great. Red dropping ideas and knowledge about how you should help market yourself. You got things you got to spend for merchandise. That's how you do it. Vic, he dropped knowledge of, protecting your body. You're not Superman. You're not invincible. And every podcast we have those, all that knowledge being dropped. And next episode I think we got PL Myers coming up. Okay. And PL has branded the Chicago connection for 20 some odd years and has kept that for 20 years in people's minds of what he's doing.
Dude, but not only that, and I told him, I said this on my show. Do you know anybody else that has written a book, local Chicago wise?
Not many.
And Bobby the Brain Heenan wrote the foreword to the book.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you realize what you've got to, I'm sure Bobby Heenan was not just throwing out, oh, I'll do forewords for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, so he had to realize that whatever's in that book is gold. You know what I'm saying?
I have the book, and it's great.
So, I think he is one of the most undercredited people in Chicago. You know,
Agreed.
again, I think, you know, and again, I think we as managers get shit on because most people just look, oh, you just a manager. And people don't grasp the concept. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done. Um, when I managed the Soul Touchers, I managed the Soul Touchers. You know, I got flight itineraries together. I made sure hotel was taken care of. You know, I made sure we got where we needed to go on time. You know, if we had a booking, I'm the one making sure, hey, everybody remember we got a show this weekend. Uh, Locker room is this time. Be there by this time. Uh, this is who we working. You know, I took that shit seriously. I still take it seriously with the ARC, you know, again. But that's, you know, and I got that from when you find out like people like Paul Ellerman, Gary Hart, you know, and people like that were and Jim Cornette, these were the glues to their factions, you know. Hell, that's what I just wanted to be. I just wanted to be like that. I didn't want to just be the guy. Oh, I come out with a little funny red suit on, and you know, that's it. No, I wanted to be the glue that held the team together. You know, I wanted to be the one. You know, again. So, you know, PL is one of, you know, Chicago's gems. You know, and people better start realizing that. You know, the man has a wealth of knowledge. Should be treated as such. Managers ain't shit, you know, because everybody can't do what we do. You know,
Amen.
we can't. Trust me, I can get in there and I can wrestle, but I be damn sure I ain't about to dive off into no damn Dixie cup on fire. Now, unless you gonna pay me, John, and you make sure danger is on that table, then we'll talk. Then I might do it.
Yeah.
I might just do it. Yeah.
Just yeah.
I'm matter of fact, book that for August. We can open the show.
Yeah.
Matter
Hey.
of fact, it could be outside. That how hot is that, John? That's hot. That the first match ain't even inside. The dark match is outside on the street. It's a Michigan City street fight, Danger and Red, and he going through a table, flaming table on top of it.
Hey, barbecue, man. It works. You know?
See?
Works.
Ewokk. Bring the Bronx, bruh.
Yeah, I'll bring it. Let's go.
Red, thank you for it's been taking your time like you are, man. Just to go through this with us, and we love you, dude. Seriously,
sir.
appreciate the shit out of you, man, for everything you've done for us and everything you've done for the business and everything you've done for Chicago wrestling in general, man. You know, I don't want to harp on it because I know we're about to wrap up, but you know, you was for a guy like me who came out of the Mid-South, you was one of the first Chicago guys I watched on DVDs when Shakara was coming out, and seeing you guys, and I was like, man, that's an entertaining group of dudes. Like they're fun. You want to go hang out with those guys. And years later, here we are. You know, small world, man. It really is.
Just us being us, and the crazy part, if you watch those videos, that's just how everybody is. Marche's the same way, Jazz is the same way, Willie is the same way. But you put us all together, and it's like just silliness implodes, and so we tried to do that. But the crazy part is, again, to meet you and first meet you and you're a wrestler, and I'm like, okay. And then I watched you and I'm like, okay, this dude, he not like everybody else. I could get down with his style because he not sitting up here trying to somersault every damn 2 seconds. I like him, and like like I tell everybody, to be the first one you told about your idea, your dream, and it was like, I'm behind that. I can get behind that,
Yeah,
and then
in the Chicagoland Index, man, you're employee number 0001. He was
you
actually
know,
the first person I hired to come work for
and,
me.
and then to see Ewokk on YouTube and didn't even know who I was looking at, but I just saw this guy and I was like, damn, I like how this guy worked, I like, he a little stiff as shit. But here's the thing. I can appreciate him being stiff than being soft or missing completely. Cause I hate it when somebody fluffs some shit. Like, how you just missed the shit out of that. Like, don't act like y'all didn't notice that it was either the Bianca match or it was the tag match. It was a women's match. And somebody completely missed either a kick or something, and like they sold the shit out of it. And I'm like, this is Mania. We should not be missing shit at Mania. Like, okay. But Ewokk, again, put that shit in, baby. Again, let them go. You put an ice bag on that shit later, But then to, work with the dude, and then to just see his worth ethic, and again, even before a pandemic and then during the pandemic, dude hasn't stopped working. Dude is on his grind. You on your grind. And then the crazy part is, all right, so I'm going to tell y'all now, y'all going to hear from me and Steve's lawyer in the coming weeks because we want residuals from this shit, because it's kind of funny how a white and black guy do a podcast on Tuesday nights, and then all of a sudden there's another white guy and black guy and they do a podcast. I'm just saying, so this is copyright infringement, so nah. But it's all love, guys. It's all love. I got nothing but the utmost respect for both of you guys.
Same here, man.
John, you already know. Family. I'm Uncle Red. Everybody, if you do not know me, do not call me Uncle Red.
No, don't do that to them, folks. Don't do that. That's only for people who earned that spot to call them. Unless you're my grandkids, then you call me G-Paw. And Ewokk, I love you like a brother.
Sir.
I give you, shit all the time, but I only give you shit because I got mad respect for you.
Yes, sir.
Because again, I wish a lot of people had a 10th of the drive that I see that you have, and that just lets me know, again, it's one of those things. If I honestly had to walk away right now and they said, would I leave it in your hands, this business, I would feel comfortable leaving this business in your hands.
Damn,
I can't say that about everybody, because there are some cats that I know if they ask me to leave it in that shit, you might as well just bury that shit out back with me. So the business is dead. So gentlemen, I appreciate you guys so much.
Sir.
Thank you guys for having me. And the crazy part is, like, I'm looking at the time and I'm like, I do gotta go to work in the morning. Shit.
I gotta work at 4, bro.
Oh shit.
I'm getting up at 4. All right, bros. Well, much love.
All right, boys. On that note, it's the Ewokk and JB show. I like to do my little spiel. Tell y'all fools, peace.